Yo, what's up? Welcome back to It's the Power of the BI. So, if you are right here right now, that means you completed section number one. Congratulations, you completed section number one. As I said in section number one, it's all about just getting around, understanding what Power BI is, understanding the different applications we're going to be using to complete this course of Power BI. Again, what I want to assure you is this. If you complete this course, no, let me take that back. When you complete this course, you are going to be fully ready to go out there and compete for one of those six-figure jobs. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Now, I can't guarantee you a six-figure salary, but I can guarantee you you're going to be ready and you are going to be in position to win one of those jobs. But we can talk about that later. Right now, it's not about it. Right now, it's not the time to talk about resume building, and all the things that it's going to take in order for you to get ready. But let me say this, because my friends used to always say, in order to get ready, you got to stay ready. Or in order to stay ready, you got to get ready. One of them ready, you got to be ready. You just got to be ready. Whichever one of those readies it is, you got to be ready. Okay, and I'm going to get you ready, and your life is about to change. Well, let me back up. If you put everything in you need to put in, your life can change just by completing this course. Well, not just by completing this course. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying. Anyway, so let's get right into it. Today, we're going to spend just a little bit more time talking about a couple of the applications that you're going to need, and give you just a little bit of the understanding that you're going to need, or a little bit of understanding of why you need these applications. Now, Power BI Desktop. You're going to need Power BI Desktop. Hopefully, you've already downloaded Power BI Desktop and you're ready to rock and roll from Power BI Desktop standpoint. SQL Server, you're going to need SQL Server. Hopefully you already downloaded SQL Server. If you're having any issues with the download of SQL Server, reach out to me via Instagram at Terod Robertson and let me know what your issues are, and we'll get that taken care of. We're also going to be creating a Facebook group here shortly, so that we can start building out our community. We can really start communicating on a more intimate level, be it Facebook chats and Facebook group, Facebook lives and things like that. I plan to have that done by this section, but we're not there yet. But we are going to have a Facebook group that we're going to, it's going to be a private group. It's not going to just be any group. It's going to be a private group. It's going to be my current team that's on board with me now. And it's going to be you that has already signed up to participate in the Power of the BI. So be on the lookout for that. It could be via email. It may even be via a direct message from myself saying, hey, make sure you join the Facebook group. But with that said, as we get deeper into, or as we move more into this class, Power of the BI, we're gonna talk right now about Power BI. And again, I do place emphasis on, I am not an employee. I do not work for, I have never worked for, I have been a person that's contracted as a third party with Microsoft, but I do not work for Microsoft, so I'm not a promoter of Microsoft. But I am a promoter of Power BI because I know what it has done for me and some other guys. Let's see here. Yeah, had a slight glitch there. I do know what it's done for some families. Power BI has actually made some things easier. So again, I'm not a promoter of Microsoft. I'm not an employee of Microsoft, but I am promoting this product, Power BI, which stands for business, means business intelligence, power of business intelligence, just like AI, artificial intelligence. I am highly promoting Power BI as the data analytics tool of choice. And that's the tool that I'm using here in this course. Are there other data analytics tools? There are. You've got ClickView, you've got Tableau, several other ones. Those are the two main ones. I am well versed in Tableau, and we'll probably be doing a Tableau course sometime down the road. But right now, Power BI, I do believe, is the best data analytics tool that's out there currently. So with that said, we're going to move into looking at sources that you will be utilizing inside of Power BI. Now you ask yourself, what is a source? A source is just where does the data come from? What is the source of the data? Oftentimes, you'll get information from someone and you're not too sure about, if the information is accurate or not. And you say, well, who told you that? Who told you that? Where'd you get that from? Where basically the source of data is where does that data come from? Where did you get that data? Who told you that data was good? Just real quick, I do understand that everyone is not going to be interested in Power BI, but you're out there looking for a tech solution, a tech opportunity for you to get into the way you can make that career change, that career pivot. So for those of you guys that are out there that are into looking for that tech change, I do have a free 30-day calendar, a 30-day calendar. As you can see here, it's 30-day. Well, it's not a 30-day calendar. It's a 30-day tech transition planner. And it gives you day by day for 30 days, day 1 through day 30, to where you can use these steps in order to determine what tech venture you may want to get into. So I just wanted to throw that out there real quick. If you're interested in this free 30-day calendar that I have, just go to the link below the link below in this video, and just click the link, follow the link, and we will get you over the 30-day tech transition planner. Just wanted to take a quick break to let you know that. Now let's get back over to the webinar. Where'd you get that data? And Microsoft has several different sources that you can receive data from using Microsoft Power BI. As you go through this course, you'll also see that there are videos that you'll be watching called Microsoft Power BI updates. And in those updates, you'll see that you'll see that there are sources and updated sources each month that have been integrated into Power BI, which means initially there could have been one place that you could receive data from for Power BI. And then the next month there may be 4 additional sources that you could receive data. And that's important because you need to understand that you can't well, I hate to use the word can't. You're not able to use any source of data. You're not able to bring any source of data into Power BI. Now in today's age, 2024, there are definitely more sources that you could bring data into your Power BI than 3, 4, 5 years ago. But we're going to be learning about those sources as they were being integrated and being developed into Power BI from the very beginning. And that's going to give you some idea of when someone says, what source of data have you worked with? I've worked with X source of data. I've worked with Y source of data. I've worked with Z source of data. So what that's going to be doing is that's going to be helping them to understand that you're not just a one-trick pony. You have more than just one source of data that you can work with. Now here's the trick. Once you get the data into Power BI, it all looks the same. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the source is once you bring it in. It's just you understanding that you can bring it in from several different sources. That's why you downloaded, I pointed you to a direction of Azure Portal, where you're going to be going out eventually down the road and bringing data in from Azure Portal. And you're going to be bringing data in from SQL Server. You're going to be bringing data in from CSV files. You're going to be bringing data in from SharePoint files. That's just to give you some idea that there are lots of different places, sources that you can bring the data in. Now, when I say bring the data, when I say bring the data in, that's simply get data. Where do you get data from? And in Power BI, you'll see that there is a place on Power BI where it says get data. So we're going to come over and we're going to drop down the get data dialog box. And basically here you can see these sources. You get data, you bring sources of data in using get data. Here we can see the initial the initial sources that you can get data from for Power BI are Excel workbooks, semantics, models, data flows, Dataverse, SQL Server, analysis services, CSV files, the web. You can bring data in from the web. What's that? I am not sure what that is saying there, but you can create a blank query. There are various sources that you can bring the data in from. The primary places that we're going to be working with, looking at bringing data in, is going to be Excel workbooks, SQL Server, which we downloaded SSMS, which is SQL Server Management Studio. That's going to allow us to bring the data in or get data. I'm going to stop saying bring the data in. From this point, I'll say get data. We're going to be looking at Excel workbooks, CSV files, primarily CSV files, and SQL Server. I will show you some things with Excel workbooks, and I'll show you some things with the web. And it's pretty. The web is pretty cool when you understand that you can bring or that you can get data from the web. Now, with SQL Server Management Studio, let's see here. Let's cancel that. This is going to be one of the assignments that you're going to be using throughout this course. Is going to be using SQL Server Management Studio. One of the other assignments is going to be using CSV files. SQL Server Management Studio is going to be more of an advanced form of getting data, but it's going to be a basic required knowledge of getting data when it comes to getting to being ready for the job. The CSV file is going to be very basic. Just a matter of just getting a CSV file, and the primary difference between getting it from a CSV file and getting it from SQL Server Management Studio is that you had to go out and you had to download SQL Server Management Studio. You had to download AdventureWorks database. In the real world, in corporate world, and in your job world, you're not going to necessarily have to go out and download SQL Server Management Studio. It's going to already be given to you. You're not going to have to download AdventureWorks 2012, because the AdventureWorks 2012 is just a sample database.